What's up? What's up, friends? You guys see the video I just uploaded on Sunday? What's today? Monday? Tuesday? What is wrong with the fucking Wi-Fi here? Is it still working? Why is there a poor connection? I don't get it. Fucking A. What is the deal here? Give me a quick second. Okay. That doesn't work either. How about... Oh, I broke it. Oh! Sorry. I'm a professional, I swear. All right. Forget about it. You said it's working over there? Okay. I just wish I could have it up on the same height. Did everyone leave? Everyone left because I can't hold the camera still to save my life. Okay. I think I got it. How's that? Better? Shit. Well, did everyone see the upload? Second time I shot with it, actually. I used it on a job earlier in the week, and then I used it for that video, just testing out the capabilities, because I haven't used it yet outside. But so far, I love the camera. I didn't really talk about the pros and cons of the camera, so I can talk about that right now. Also, I apologize for the audio on that video. It was terrible. This is what I was working with, and it's not the best mic. It doesn't have the Ryko like shock mount on it and nothing to hook it to the camera anymore, so it was just kind of flopping around on the table. I gotta get that figured out soon, but yeah, let me talk about the camera. So first of all, if you're looking to make traditional YouTube videos of like a vlogger, you know, with a shotgun mic, camera, and like something to hold it with, and to film yourself like this, you know, I would not suggest this camera for a few reasons. It has no stabilization on the sensor at all. So as you saw in the video, when I was on my bike, even in slow motion, you see a lot of bumps, and it didn't feel as smooth as my like normal videos. But as soon as I was like on my feet, not on my bike, my shots were a lot smoother, right? That's because, well, I claim to be professional and use this neck strap, pull it tight to your neck, put your hands here on both sides really tight, and you have more of a stable shot this way. So, the second reason why I wouldn't suggest this camera is the screen. The screen is great. It's a 1080p screen. It's huge. Here, let me turn it on for you. It's huge and overexposed, but it doesn't articulate, so you can't see your shot. And that's another problem. While I was using this camera to like talk to the camera like this, I had it right here, up here. See, can you see that? Had it up here on this thing, and I didn't know. I couldn't tell because I don't have a monitor for this camera yet, an external monitor. I couldn't tell if I was in focus or not, so that was a little frustrating and challenging. So gonna have to work on that because I do want to use this camera when I talk directly to you guys, or when I'm trying to explain something that's I don't know, important, or something to, you know, talk about the story. I feel like this, I like the picture quality of this, so I'm gonna keep trying to use it for that. If you are trying to make nice looking shots and you're trying to improve your camera abilities, if that even makes any sense, I would recommend this camera because of the lack of all those things I just mentioned. Also, another thing is there's no autofocus at all. A lot of modern like SLR mirrorless cameras have a really good, especially Sony has a really good autofocus nowadays, and these do not autofocus. I think they might have a firmware update where you can put like a Canon lens and might autofocus a little bit, but it's still terrible. It's nothing like a real like working autofocus system that has face detection and all that. But this is more for like you control every aspect of your shot, so this will improve your skills in that department. Because there's nothing worse than like putting a camera, say it's on a gimbal, and you're like trying to film somebody, and the autofocus is like grabbing other things in the background, or like it just like snap pops on things, and I just think that's really I don't want to like discredit anyone's like camera or videos, but like I just think it looks amateur when it like pops focus like that. But if you're just making YouTube stuff like this video and like most of the stuff I make, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so that was with this camera. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go check it out. It's called Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K, a cyclist perspective. I think I'm gonna keep trying to do those like kind of like reviews on things that I use, but from, of course, from my perspective, from more of like a cyclist standpoint. So as I use the camera more and more, I will, you know, let you guys know directly to the camera, like what I think about it, and you know how my feelings have changed over time. But so far, I like it. So that's this camera. Next order of business is this box. Hotline stickers. Everyone who made an order in the last, like, it might be like 6 weeks since I sent some out. If you're watching this right now, I'm sorry. I was traveling in Japan and in Russia, and maybe I should have put the store on hold while I was gone, but I've been getting a few emails saying, hey, where's my stuff? Well, what happened was I was traveling, and then I came back to find that I didn't have any stickers to give out anymore, so I had to reorder. that takes us to this box. Let's see what we got inside. We got a mess. Should I just dump this out? Should I just make a mess? Fuck it. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 packs of 250 Hotline stickers. That's 2,000. And look, they gave me a free extra. This looks like 100. That's cool. So, sticker orders are coming or going. They're going out. It looks like my screen is frozen again here. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the internet today. Is it still working? 14 frames a second, it says. What the fuck is wrong with this app? So, stickers are out, are being sent out today. As soon as I turn this off, I'm going to start filling envelopes, slapping my stamps on them, and sending them on their way. I appreciate all the orders. And if you would like to get some Hotline stickers, now is a really good time because I am fully stocked up. Other than that, what else did I have? I don't think I had anything else. Just really wanted to talk about the stickers because I keep getting emails and I do apologize. And I really wanted to talk about the new camera setup. Yeah, I'm probably gonna shoot another video this week with the Pocket 6K, but this time I'm gonna put it on a gimbal, and I might be on a bike, I might be on a skateboard, I might film some bike stuff, we'll see. I might just film some more New York B-roll, but I wanna upload a few more camera tests, really just like testing out the camera's capability and just putting out like a quick, short edit of the footage that I shot the day. Nothing crazy, no storyline or anything, no hotlines with it. Just something to keep checking back on the capabilities of the camera. I am also almost finished with a hotline from Japan. If any of you guys know Marco from WBase, him and I filmed when I was out there, so I'm trying to put that edit together. There are a lot of additional assets that I'm using that are it's really fun to edit with, so I'm just making sure it's it feels new and it's something fresh. So we also shot it at night, so that'll be cool, a little different. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna check some questions now, so I'll give you guys a few minutes to ask some quick questions, and then I'm gonna sign off so I can send out the stickers. So now, ask me anything. Someone won their first game of Fortnite with 10 kills on a mobile? Damn, that's fucking hard. That's tough. Aimbot. My expression about Russia. I loved Russia. It was a good time, man. I recommend going there with a bike. Would I come to India? Yes. I will bring a bike there. Any thoughts on the Casino frame set? Yeah, it's a good bike. I've never owned one, but everyone that has one says they're really stiff and great racing machines. Handlebars for a single speed? Any flat bars you can find? Are you planning to mess around with the top-down view for Hotline? I have done those before, actually. It's hard to see the city and the way that I categorize the importance of the Hotline videos is the city that I'm writing in is always the first main objective. Like, I want viewers to recognize and see and feel the city. It's the number one most important thing for me to capture when I'm shooting a Hotline. Second thing is, of course, the person riding the bicycle in front of me. So it's always the city first. And when it's a top-down view, you don't see much of the city. So maybe for like some cutaways, but I don't think like a whole video top-down would work for how I want to do it. Maybe you should try it. Track bike culture in New York City. I don't know. I look at it more as like just cycling culture. I don't like to. You guys probably all know my feelings about categorizing the bike scene, because I feel like whoever rides, then you ride. It's all good. I would say that it's growing. It's been growing. Some people just don't ride. Are riding other bikes now, and they still ride track bikes. Like I ride a bunch of different bikes. The Low Pro behind me is an example of that. That's a single speed. So I think it's growing. It's just more variety, which is good. The Affinity Low Pro rides great. That's another video that I'm trying to finish up. I'm editing out kind of like a bike check on my bike on the Low Pro. I have footage from Japan and Russia, and I was gonna try to get some New York stuff too, but maybe not. I don't know. Bikes for under $500. It depends on where you live. Buy something used. It's the best way. What do you plan on filming this winter? Lots of snow. I don't know. I might leave. My birthday is in the winter, so I might go somewhere warm. I haven't decided where yet, but probably film something around that month. How have you developed camera skills for your unique type of filming? Practicing and experimenting. Those are the two best pieces of advice. Just shoot with what you have, and then keep trying to perfect that, and the gear can come secondary, you know? Are NJS bikes good for hardcore street riding? Any bike is good for hardcore street riding. Any plans on filming in France? Yes, I was supposed to be in Paris, and I couldn't make it, so hopefully soon. Did I skip it? Oh, sorry, I might have skipped some. I have skipped some shit. France. What made you start doing what you are doing now? Just this is the way the road has taken me. Just riding. I like riding bikes, and I enjoy filming and taking photos. And this is just they kind of met perfectly. When are you coming to LA next? I don't know. I might come for one of those LA tourist races. We'll see. Have I been to Richmond, VA? I have not. How often do you ride when you're not filming? I try and keep my baseline strength, like my baseline miles up to like between 150 and 250 a week, but I have not been doing that lately. I'm pretty adamant about tracking my rides on Strava just so I know where I'm at. And if you look, the Strava link in the description, you'll see that I haven't ridden my bike at all. I went on one ride last week. I haven't ridden at all. Too much like editing and like thinking, planning these things, and I think I've just been relaxing too, because I rode a lot when I was in Russia, Japan, and in Italy. So just kind of relaxing a little bit. But I need to get on it. Can you put the artist, etc. in the description? I put a link to MusicBed, and you can't get the music without getting it from MusicBed. And I used to link all of the artists in there before I was getting from MusicBed. It's just starts to become really difficult, especially when I'm using like 3 or 4 songs. I can try, but they're all on MusicBed, and I dropped the MusicBed description. If you follow me on MusicBed, you can see the tracks that I have liked, and you can keep track of the things. The things that I've liked are in my videos. That's how I keep track of them. Definitely check out Greece when you get the chance. Oh, for sure. I have some friends, they just left actually. They're doing a bike trip in Greece. I wish I could have went, but too much to do. What do you prefer, fixed gear or geared bikes? Welcome to the channel, dude. I prefer all bikes. Another Falling Strangers would be great. I agree. Those are pretty low key, pretty chill, easy. It's just me rolling around the city. It's not too terribly hard to film those. Maybe I'll do one of those. No, I'll do one of those soon. Yeah, go ahead and post a link to your videos. I'll check them out. Is it easy to ride a heavy track bike? Yep, just pedal, man. 4618 or 4616 in my town, some uphills. It's up to your fitness levels. What do you think about Jakarta traffic for biking? I think it's great. You're like almost number 1 on the road. The cars aren't in your way. The motor's fusion, and although I used it a few times, it's different when you're shooting 360. Everything's in the shot, so it's harder to do some things, but yeah, maybe. No, you're not a fool. Have you done a ride with Tony? Yeah, I have. Monster Truck, a bunch in Russia. Where do I purchase my bike components? At my local bike shop. LBS. Bernie 2020. I don't want to talk about politics on here, but I'm definitely, yeah. I was hoping that he would have done better on the Democratic elections. I mean, the Democratic elections in 2016, but didn't work out that way, and now we are where we are. Maybe, yeah. Where do you find sick copyright-free music? MusicBed, dude. There's links in the description. Click that link, sign up, and I'll get some money kicked back, and you'll save some money as well. You should check it out. It's like $10 a month or something. It's like a Netflix subscription. If you're making videos all the time, I highly recommend it. Hi, how many bikes do you own? 6. What's your favorite camera film stock? My favorite camera is my Mamiya 7 II, and my favorite film stock is, I don't know, Portra 400? That's so basic. Any chasing t-shirts coming? Back print would be nice. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know. Are any of you guys designers? I'm not, so like, I have a hard time doing that stuff. But, you know, feel free if any of you guys are designers and you want to send me a design, like, you can figure out a way to kick you back some money or link your stuff or whatever. But I just throw it on, I forget what the service is called, Teespring underneath, and they do all the fulfillment for me. I don't do any of that stuff. I just upload the files. How do I join a fixed gear race? Just go to your, I don't know. It depends on where you live. How do you get on a plane with a bike, and do you pay extra for it? If you fly, certain airlines have no fees for bicycles, but you have to box it up or have a bag for it. I have a bag. I used to box my bikes all the time though. Go to a bike shop, they'll box it for you. I would love to meet you in India. I'll see you soon. How do you feel about sports, hybrids, and going fast? Huh? Like e-bikes? I don't know. What's your favorite pasta shape? I don't know, man. Honestly, this might break a lot of hearts, but I'm not a huge pasta person. I eat it, but I don't go out of my way to go get pasta ever. It's kind of strange, because when I was in Italy, I ate it all the time, and I was like, why don't I eat this more often? I don't know, I just don't ever do it. Will I come to Colombia? Yes. Plans for Paris? Yes. What's your favorite city to ride? New York City. Have you ever eaten it on Market Street Muni Tracks in SF like I did last month? Almost. The closest I came, my back wheel, they just hosed the streets down after like a big, I think it was like the SF Giants parade. So they sprayed the streets down all wet, and I was crossing the tracks, and my back tire got stuck, and it like whipped me around this way, and somehow I like popped out and like didn't fall. I don't know, it was cool. How long does it take to edit a Hotline video? It depends on the edit. I can tell you the one with Sada took a long time. The one with Safa took a long time. Just because there were other things I was adding in it. When there is simple one shot, like I used to do a lot more in the past, just one long take, like kind of like the rough cuts. They were a lot easier to do, especially because I have made some presets, some custom presets that I use, so I can just drop them on, and it gives it all the same kind of look and feel. But they take a little bit longer nowadays, because I'm trying to like step it up a little bit, you know, make it a little different so it's not all the same. What bike do you ride in the winter? My mountain bike or my single speed? Did you get hit by a car before? Yes. Thoughts on Blackmagic battery life? Well, the Pocket 6K has terrible battery life. That's why in the past videos you saw the battery died so quickly. That's just what happens. The camera doesn't have good battery life. I bought a battery grip, and it takes these Sony NPF batteries. They're put away right now. I was going to show you. But I don't have the grip for it yet. It goes underneath the bottom, so it's going to make the camera a little bit taller. But it's probably the cleanest like power solution that I've seen so far. I'm just waiting. It's backordered. I'm waiting for it to come out from Blackmagic. It's supposed to more than double the life of the camera, that's enough for me. 2 hours is cool. Hey Terry, in shape for France? Do you have a place to stay? I am not. I don't have solid plans yet to go, but I'm not in shape yet either. Look at me. But I will be. Best NYC food in your opinion? Pizza. What's your best tip for riding a bicycle in NYC? Be aware of your surroundings. That's with whether you're on a bike or walking or driving a car. Just be aware. Do a hotline with City Bike Boys. That's in the works. I met one of the guys. I'm really excited to do that. He's supposed to hit me up this week, actually. We'll see if that happens. Would you ever do a meet and greet bike ride? I've been talking about it. Maybe when I hit 100K subscribers, we'll do one. I just don't want to do those all the time. I feel like I can only do a few of them, so I want to wait till it's something special. I think 100K would be really nice. Maybe I'll get there. I'm at 72. That's like my goal. If I can get to 100K, I would consider myself a YouTuber. Thank you for watching Butterball Snowflakes. Butterball's nose. Sorry, I don't know why I said snowflakes. Butterball nose, thank you. How's Rupert K? Cooper Ray's doing all right. He's been hiking and enjoying the autumn season. I haven't seen him since I've been back. If I had a chance when I go back to Russia, I would go back more than one time. I like it there. I'd go back again. Do I know Brett Conti? Yes, I met Brett before at a music bed thing. We talked for a little bit and exchanged social things. I should probably do a video with him sometime. You guys, if you know Brett Conti, you guys should talk to him and suggest to him that we collaborate on something. I don't know what you guys would want to see though. Our videos are very different, but maybe that will create something cool. What saddle do you have? I have 6 bikes. My preferred saddle is a Selle Italia Flight. Music while riding, it depends on the mood, really. But I would rather not have music on just so I'm more aware of my surroundings. Dude, Russia is a great place. I think the floodgates are open. I think more people will start coming to Russia to go ride. I mean, hopefully. How long did it take you to learn to skid? I just was born with it, man. I woke up like this, just skidding. What's the title of the Hotline intro song? God damn it. You're still asking these questions? That's a custom song, okay? You're not going to find it. It's made for the Hotline. Any saddle recommendations? Yes, Selle Italia Flight. Have you seen The Joker? I loved that movie. It was really good. I saw Cooper on the Manhattan Bridge. Oh yeah. He's probably working. What platforms are on the Affinity back there? Those are fly bikes. Those are the Rubens. Though they have a little concave in them, so when your shoes step down on it, it's like a little bit round, so it gives you a little more grip. I like them. Hotline with Nigel, I would fucking love that, dude. Nigel's the man. I don't know if he would, give me the time of day, or he'd even have the time to do that with me. Also, he has that Go series with, I forget the director's name, which are pretty good. You've seen all those Go videos with the GoPros. I think he does them with Sony's now, although I don't know. It's been a while. I know they jump back and forth. Hotline Brett Conti, maybe get him to get a track bike. If he's never ridden it, he's not gonna ride it without brakes. No way. Maybe, I don't know. Straps, toe clips on a single speed. Yeah, if you're into it. When I film races, I go clipless, so give you that extra little up pedal, pull. What's it called? Upstroke. What bag do I use while riding? I don't use a bag. I don't like my backpack or my back being all sweaty. I have a fanny pack. Fabric Horse. Check them out. It's a girl out of Philly. Fabric Horse. I want to go to Portugal really bad as well. Have you noticed? I'm down to go everywhere. I want to go everywhere with the bike. Do I use clipless pedals? Yes, on a few of my bikes. Like I just said, sometimes I put it on my single speed when I'm filming races or someone fast, really fast. I have 0 plans on participating in a national race. Do you film roadies whenever? There's a lot of crits in the US, great materials. I don't really like doing event it's like that's like event coverage in my opinion, and I don't really like doing event coverage. Mostly because of the access that I have. Like, it's hard especially when it's a round track like that. There's like, it's just hard to get coverage, safely get good coverage. Like, I can't get on the track with them, and I can't. It just feels, I don't know. It's like there's other people that do it. I just let them do it. How does this guy get hitted by a car in Mari? He rode out, dude. He just was, I don't know. He saw us filming and he just jumped in the video, and then he blasted through a red light and got hit by a car. I mean, that's what happens. You saw how Mario and I went one way, he went the other. Like, he went crazy. He took a risk, and he came out pretty untouched, actually. He didn't really get hit by a car. He slid out right. The car almost hit him. I don't know. That was unprovoked. I didn't tell, like, we had no idea he was going to show up in that video. He just did. Would you compare the wide streets of New York with the Russian ones? No. Hell no. The Russian ones are way wider and way faster. Now, some of the boulevards in Queens feel exactly the same. But in Manhattan, no. Favorite handlebars? What? I don't have a favorite. Have I ridden in the Canadian winter? No. No, I don't have a favorite bike brand. Big fan of your videos and the riders. Hell yeah, from the Netherlands, dude. Thanks for watching. What gearing do I use? On what bike? How wide are the tires on the Infinity? Those are 28s. All right, I'm gonna skip over some of the dumb questions. Sorry if I skip over your question. It's just, I can't keep answering. I'm gonna keep answering those things the same way, so I think I'm just wasting time. So just don't, some of those questions I just can't answer. No, I haven't seen that Butterball Nose. I'll look him up. I'm gonna copy this one here. I can't pronounce his name. How do I stay in shape? Find the right food to eat. I don't find the right food to eat. I'm eating very poorly right now, and I'm not that good in shape right now. 6 or 7. I think the 7, they didn't talk about it, but they changed the color science from 6 to 7. And obviously they added the hyper smooth to 7, but I don't use hyper smooth in my video. Like, it's on, but the way that it works is I don't want to get too technical about it. I'll save that for a video, but I don't use the hyper smooth. The thing that I like about the 7 over the 6 is the color science is a little better, I think. It retains some more information in the highlights. The GoPros tend to clip highlights really easily, so I tend to keep my shots on the darker side. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not, but that's why my videos feel like they do, because they're always a little darker. What is you do if you can have the way on? I don't understand that. More Cat 6 hotlines. Yeah, that was random. That was supposed to be a hotline, and that random guy raced him, and that was funny. Hardest biker to tail so far? I think some of the riding in Russia was probably the most challenging so far, just because it was so foreign to me. I think St. Petersburg with Nikita there were some tight squeezes and stuff. I couldn't. That was challenging, and there's a lot of rails, and it was wet, and it was cold, and I was hungover, and like a lot of excuses. But he's very fast too, so. I have never went like on a real bike packing adventure. No. I've never ridden to Edmonton. I would love to come to Brazil. I've never raced on a velodrome. What's up from Ireland? Oh, another dude from the Netherlands. Do you follow any non-bike related YouTubers that you want to shout out? Here, let me look real quick. That's a good one. That's a good question. See, this is what I'm talking about. That's a good question. Let me shout out some of those. Let me see. I'm just gonna click subscriptions. This could be embarrassing. I hide all my stuff. I hide my subscriptions and my liked videos. I think. I don't think you can. Okay, so the first one that popped up was Wu-Tang Clan. So I follow Wu-Tang Clan. I also follow this local business. His name is Luis Rossman, and he owns like a Mac, like Apple repair shop. It used to be on First Avenue. I follow his stuff. I don't know. I don't watch it all the time, but I follow him. I've seen him a few times. So what's up? I follow Thrasher magazine. A lot of my influences come from skateboarding, and I still watch all that. I also follow the Nine Club. The Nine Club is a skateboarding podcast, but for YouTube. I follow No Jumper, Vice News. These are huge ones. Dear Andy, if you guys know who that is. I follow Trash. It's like kind of like they upload music videos. I don't know. It's like trappy. I just like all the weird videos that they post. Local to New York, I follow Jenkum Mag. Can't even say that right. And then I follow. Let me go to some smaller ones. One more. Oh yeah, it was just the weekend, so they're all gonna just be big ones. I don't know. You guys get the idea, right? You guys follow any of those ones I mentioned? All right, I'm going all the way to the bottom. Whoa, there's 100 people in here now? Shit. Do I own a car? No. Johan. Yeah, thank you. Yep. Hotline with Squid would be cool. Or just like, maybe not a hotline, maybe like me, I do videos where I call them like riding around with, and I just have them talk while they're working. I did one with Kelsey a while back. It can happen while we're I probably wouldn't have to ride, like this wouldn't even exist if I lived in the Netherlands somewhere where it's a bike city. Sometimes you compare other guys that make bicycle videos, Dustin Klein, shit, that was a YouTube video. I shouted him out in the past. Matt Reyes makes YouTube videos. You guys all know who Matt is. I follow their YouTubes. They're friends of mine. I see their stuff, and I'm like, damn, like Dustin, I see his, like, he records his rides. I'm like, this is so hard when you're on like a 50 to 100 mile ride, and you're like exerting yourself, and then you're like filming it, and then you're like you're riding with a group of people, and you're like, hold on, let me put a camera down here to get this thing. I don't know how he does it, and he's like talking all. Maybe he's just in better shape. And then Matt Reyes always making epic videos. They're always beautifully shot and edited, and you can tell he puts a lot of time into them. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, I always look at their stuff. I'm like, damn, I'm killing it. I need to step my game up. Do you ever feel sketched out in traffic? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes cars are fucking sketchy, man. Thank you for watching, dude. Break boy. You did ask a good question, Christopher. Yo, Butterball follows Luis too. Cooper's asking biggest difference biking in New York, say 10 or 15 years ago compared. I've only lived here for a little over 4 years. I can't answer that question. I've heard that from people who've ridden here their whole life that the flow has changed a lot. It used to flow better when it was more of like a car-centric at least Manhattan was like more car centric, where the lights were all timed. Like Broadway used to be a straight shot, like the fastest way from north to south. They've cut it all up and like put bike lanes in and like put parklets and stuff, and like really just messed up the flow and changed the street lights. You hear a lot about Cooper Ray going off about it in videos sometimes. I heard it used to flow really fast. So I think it's a little slower now, honestly, on a bike. What is your trick to being such a sexy beast? Just staying positive and trying to smile. Don't drink too much. Drink plenty of water. And wear weird colored pants. When I was in the UK, did I notice hatred for cyclists? No, I thought everyone's pretty well behaved. In fact, I realized the cyclists were being mad at us because we were in the bike lane sometimes, or we were like, running through a yellow light. I heard people yell, like saying stuff to us. I thought that was funny. That shit would never happen in New York. People fucking ride in the bike lanes the wrong way, like. You know how it is, you've seen my videos. This guy really wants to know if my mom is gay. He's asking a lot. This guy right here, Angry Hulk, is about to get fucking time out from this guy. Too many, dude. You should have asked once. I would have gave you a real answer. Let's see. Are e-bikes good for long-term urban cycling? I think they're fine as long as the person on it has some experience riding a bike. I think the dangerous thing for any form of transportation, whether it be a skateboard or scooter or a one-wheel or a bike, is that when people who don't have experience already riding in bike lanes, like on a self-powered vehicle, skateboard, bike, whatever, and then they just jump on one of these and they don't know the flow or the courtesies or like the intricacies of like how things work, that's when it can get dangerous. When someone just can flick a wheel and go really, 20 miles an hour, that's when it gets sketchy. That's just my opinion, man. Slovakia, dude, keep riding, man. Good to hear that. Any plans for Detroit? Yeah, Junkum is nice. I like their like little history lessons they do on spots. They're so good. What'd you think about the ending to Donnie Darko? I loved it, man. I had to rewatch it a few times, and like the first couple times I watched it, I was a lot younger. I didn't realize they were really talking about time travel, and I don't know. I just finally put that stuff together. I'm an idiot. I know. People have told me to ride with Skeletor plenty of times. I just haven't had like an authentic introduction. I've met him before, but not like in a. I don't know. Maybe I should just go out of my comfort zone and be like, hey, let's film. But I normally don't do that unless I know them. Dude. Everyone watches Luis. That's sick. I follow bike races occasionally. I'll watch a few highlights, and sometimes I'll watch a whole stage of the tour. More and more. I didn't watch anything like 3 years ago. I didn't even understand pelotons or any of that. Bye, Felipe. How long did it take you to learn how to skid? How do you like the Ryla? The Ryla's great, man. It's been good so far. I don't know about that Zoom Digital FLLP. I'll look at it. I'll look it up. Let me save this. Let's see this dude's name. And then, yeah, let me look it up real quick. Oh, the F1. Yeah. That's pretty good. I haven't owned it myself. It's tiny, so it's cool. Yeah, I'll look into it and I'll get back to you. But you can record audio with that for sure. The one thing I'll say is like, it looks like it only has a 3.5 input on it, which, you know, tells you the quality of the lav mics and the microphones you can plug into it right away. Like if it has like a XLR or like a 5-pin or a 3-pin, like it's usually a better quality. So you can put better quality mics on that stuff. I don't know, but yeah, it'll work for sure for YouTube stuff for sure. If you're doing like a podcast or something, I wouldn't recommend it. I would try to invest in something. Speaking of podcasts, I think I might start not a podcast, but like a sit down talk with people. I don't know. How would you guys like that? Just one camera, some audio, me and someone having a conversation. Probably in here, maybe once a week. I don't know. I might do it. I don't know. Would you guys watch? It'd probably be long form, you know, like 30 minutes to an hour. Let me see. Going all the way. Sorry, I just messed up all the questions. I think the guy's got a big editing studio, but you don't copy them. That's what makes your videos genuine. I forgot what you were talking about. Sorry. Oh, yeah. What's up from New York? Gotham Parks. I haven't rode, actually I did ride a bike in Bogota, but it was like years ago. I went there for a documentary back when I lived in San Francisco, and we gave out 50 bikes, I believe, to a bunch of, 2 different schools, to a bunch of kids, kind of like as a charity thing. So I rode one of those bikes around. That was fun. Also, they do cyclocia or something. My Spanish is terrible. Basically, it's like every Sunday they close down like the main streets and you go ride your bikes. And there's like little vendors and like bike repair things. It's cool. Where can I read your bio? Did you race? I used to race BMX. There's some. I've done like podcast interviews in the past. I might share my story on this new platform that I might start here soon. Are you concerned about your lungs? I'm getting shook about pollution in London. Yeah, I don't know. I've been sick, like ever since Russia, I've been pretty sick. Been coughing up every day, and so yeah, it's definitely an issue, especially when you're riding a bike a lot because you're using your lungs way more than people driving in cars. What inspired you to start the Hotline series? Hell yeah, make your own, dude. That would be cool. That's what I've been trying to preach to everybody. Make your own videos, put them on YouTube, send them to me. Send me the raw videos and I'll upload them. Or, you know, share them and I'll help you share them. Like, I would be humbled. That's why I shared my Hotline camera setup, so you guys could, you know, start where I was or where I am with the camera setup and go and do your own stuff, and then maybe you can improve on that system and share that information back to me. It's like a, you know, like a give and take relationship. That would be really cool. Yeah, dude, Teddy, I'm thinking of coming out to LA for the LA Tourist, one of the LA Tourist races. I think they start in January, so, or maybe a little earlier than that. Next international trip, I don't have any plans. Solid plans yet. Don't have any tickets anywhere. What's a good video alternative if you don't have someone lined up to chase or follow? I'm trying to do more of those, like that Blackmagic camera test. I have a whole stack of Super 8 film that's all been shot that I need to drop off, so there's lots of stuff there. Right now I'm sitting on tons of footage to edit, so I'm actually not trying to film anyone right now, really. And when I don't have anyone to film and I'm trying to take a break, I can go ride around and follow strangers. I can do the computer tech review that I promised a long time ago. Maybe I can do that today, actually. I don't know. There's only so many hours in a day. What's up from Hamburg, Germany? I loved Russia. Sui Cycle, I'll check it out. Thank you for that, Siba. Do you know someone to do a hotline with in Montreal? No, but I need to go to Montreal with a bike. I've been there before without a bike. Please start a podcast thing. Okay. For sure, I think that's gonna be happening. I think that's a good alternative. I feel like there are people in the cycling scene who you guys would be interested in hearing from. Also, there's other interests. I'm not just all about riding bikes. Like, I can bring in photographers and people who work in video production, who are also, into cycling, but just bringing a little bit more information to help everyone who watches the channel learn a little bit, or just hear from people. Also, I'm down for suggestions as well, so drop that in the comments below. I loved Russia. All right, thanks for tuning in, man. Hello, I love what you shot in Mexico City. Thank you. Thank you, man. Safa took me on a really cool ride. Got vids to share, but cannot paste links here. Oh, you have to, if you paste them there, I can, I have to approve them. I approved one already. Plans on riding in Portland anytime? I told Dustin I'd go out there. We'd meet somewhere, maybe Portland. It's kind of cold now, though. Maybe when it warms up. How do I decide who I'm going to record? I usually know the person, or I've rode with them before. It's rare that I don't know someone and then I film, because there's the level of trust there that I need to have. I liked Russia. What is better, V brakes or disc brakes? Disc brakes. Best place I've ridden? I don't know, man. I think it's just riding your bike in any other place that you're familiar with is always a good time. It's good to just explore the world that way. Okay, here's a good question. When you are on a hotline, what is your focus or mindset as you ride with the rider? For example, do you get zoned in, or are you aware of the surroundings and then footage you are getting? So, I am very aware of what the camera sees, and I'm very conscious of keeping the camera as stable as possible. There are times where I intentionally want the camera to, even though it's on a gimbal, like I intentionally zag hard by cars when the traffic is tighter and I'm much closer to the rider. That I feel like sometimes when, especially a wide lens is on a gimbal, everything seems, you see it a lot in mountain bike videos, everything seems so like smooth and chill, when sometimes it's really not. So I feel like I have to add that extra energy into it when we're really close and it's tense and tight, because if not, it's not going to feel the same way. So little things like that. Yeah, I'm very, I do get zoned in, but I'm very aware of my surroundings. I let the rider I'm watching them and watching them choosing lines, and I'm usually taking the same lines as them. And then occasionally I'll take a different line to add a little bit of foreground between us, and it adds a little bit of like parallax and like depth, you know? And it adds to the speed and the feel of it. I think that answered your question. I've never filmed in Boston. I know Street Fighter. I follow him. How do I feel about Zip Wheels? I've never owned them. I've already done a Hotline of myself. It'll be up soon. When you zip zap through the streets, do the passerbys feel afraid, or you feel humorous that you're not getting it? My take on riding through the streets is be more like a ninja, like a ghost, and not let people know that I'm there. Luis just asked, where's my dog? I don't know. That's the last question. The longest run I did was with Safa. If I'm filming in New York, there's a certain direction that I like to film in. It's better for the camera, so I try to, that's the kind of planning I do, and I do that with the rider. I let them know, you can only go this way. If we go this way, it's not gonna look as good. We should go this way. So try to pick a route that goes that way. Thank you, Mr. 4K MK4. I can't read today. Other than that, I got nothing else to really share. I'm gonna get back to editing and sending out these stickers here. For everyone that doesn't have stickers, they're coming out soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. That was an hour-long live stream. What the fuck? I'll see you guys on the next upload. Sound good? Cool. Thank you guys. Peace.